Is your teenager struggling under the pressure of getting into a good college? Well, let's talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families live happier lives. I lead two organizations, Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization, Child and Teen Counseling, both here in Woodland Hills, California. Every Wednesday at noon, I jump on to Facebook Live to answer your parenting questions. Let's answer today's. My daughter is really stressed out about getting into a so-called good school for college. She probably won't make it into a UC her freshman year. I think she's feeling a lot of pressure and expectation about it since a lot of her friends will be. How do I support her, and how do I know if I'm contributing to the stress she feels? Thank you for your question. I think a lot of parents of juniors and seniors right now are really feeling this pressure, especially those of you who are going through college apps right now. And what I would really recommend to you is, this pressure is so manufactured. And getting into a good college, most people can't even identify what a good college is. And the reason is because what a good college is for student A may not be for student B. Now, there are prestigious schools, the ones who play football on Saturday mornings, and the big, ritzy colleges. And they're wonderful and nice and amazingly expensive. But they don't really correlate to how successful you're going to be. There are plenty of people I've met who've gone to very ritzy colleges and not been very successful. I've also met many people who've gone to community college and then a state school and been very successful. So it really depends on how you do college. And a lot of that is dependent on how you feel about yourself. Does your daughter have self-worth? Does she believe in herself? Does she feel good about herself? Is she enjoying her life? Getting grades does not equate to happiness. In fact, I've met a lot of kids who are so under that pressure to get the 4.5 GPA and have the amazing college resume, and they're miserable because they're just working day and night with no sense of purpose except I must achieve and I can't be perfect, which nobody is. The story I love to tell about a former client of mine, I saw him throughout junior high school, middle school, and high school, on and off, and he hated school. He really hated school. And he says, I don't care about school. I just need to get C's. I'm just going to graduate. I'm not going to college. I'm going to be a grease monkey. I'm going to fix and build motorcycles. That's what I want to do. And that's what he did. He finished high school, barely getting by the skin of his teeth. Went to a vocational trade school, a really great one he's really excited to go to for a year. He's learning about how to build and create motorcycles. And within that year, he says, I hate this. I hate having dirty fingers. I hate talking to other uneducated people. I want to go get a college degree. I want to wear a suit and tie to work. And that's what he did. He went to community college, did very well, went to a state school, did well again, got into the workforce. Last I heard, he was doing his MBA at a very prestigious school, and he's doing wonderfully. And it didn't really matter how he did in high school. So what I would encourage you to do is focus on what helps your daughter feel connected to herself and connected to her world in a positive way. What sense of mastery does she have in this world? It doesn't really matter what college you go to. It doesn't matter if you go to a UC, a state school, an Ivy League, community college, especially community college. No one cares where you did English 101 at. It's just English 101. It's the same everywhere you go. It's where you get your degree at, and is that a fit for you? Are you studying something that is interesting to you? And if you need to take a year off to figure it out, take a year off. I know a lot of people say, but a gap year, they never go back to school. If they never go back, it's because they never want to go anyway. People go to college because they want to go to college. No one forces someone to go to college. If they do, whether they're successful or not is really not a great strategy. The strategy of success is doing something you love to do. So I encourage you to pull back the stress and not let college be a pair of designer jeans or a fancy car. It's an education. It's a means to an end to get somewhere you want to go. If she knows she wants to study whatever, go to a college where she can study that. It may be a small liberal arts college where she gets more one-on-one, hands-on experience with the professors instead of going to a big UC school where you're taught by, in a big auditorium with 300 other students, or the smaller classes where they're taught by grad students anyway. So pull back the stress, pull back the pressure, let your daughter know you accept her no matter what, and help her plan for what does she want to do. You know, does she want to just go to a community college and just take it easy? And if she does, find ways for her to get involved in the college life. And one of the cool things about going off to college and being in a dorm is you get to be in college life. But she may not be ready for that either. So there's a lot of options for your daughter. Talk with her about what works for her. What does she want? Not what her friends want, not what her friends' parents want, not what her teachers want. What does she want? And pursue that. Anyway, that's our question for today. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with This is Tips on Teens every Wednesday at noon. If you'd like me to answer your question, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com, or you can direct message us right here on Facebook. We love your questions. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and Child and Teen Counseling, and I'll see you next Wednesday at noon. Bye-bye.